guys, welcome to DIY with Tuba. I've been thinking of getting a lighter weight circular saw for a while. As being a small person, 7¼ inches circular saws are just too heavy for me, and I do use circular saw frequently. I had an eye on DeWalt Compact Cordless 4½ inches circular saw for a while, and finally I got myself one. Today I'm gonna unpack my new circular saw and test it to see if it's really lightweight or not compared to my Ryobi circular saw, and also show you how to use it, show you the parts, and cut some lumber with it. Mine is just the tool, it didn't come with the battery nor the charger, but having several Atomic cordless DeWalt tools help. I'm going to use my DeWalt Impact driver's battery interchangeably as well as the charger. I also have a drill, so I have 2 extra batteries. That's the good thing about having the same line of tools, so you can use the accessories between them. Let's look inside the box quickly. This is a dust port adapter. You can either connect to a dust bag or a shop bag. We'll get to that later. This is the tool, and to be honest guys, this is a little bit heavier than I was expecting. I thought I would get a little lighter tool, but it does feel a little heavy, and especially when I put the battery, it will get a little heavier. But I'm going to compare the weight with my Ryobi circular saw. We'll see how it goes. But this is definitely not a lightweight tool. It feels sturdy, that's for sure. Let's see what else inside. This is a rib fence. I'll get to that later as well. We get a wood cutting blade, 4½ inches, and also we have a booklet, and I recommend you to read the whole thing through. Before anything else, I want to compare the weight of these two saws. This is my circular saw, Ryobi, 7¼ inches. It's quite hefty, and soon I'll find out how much it weighs and how much my new DeWalt saw weighs. I'm worried the difference will be minimal. That means I'll be wasting my money for no reason, but I guess I can always return it back. The scale is set to pounds, and it's 5 pounds 4.9 ounces, and of course I have to add the battery, and it's 6 pounds. The change is negligible. Now let's check this one, and this is 9 pounds and 6 ounces. Wow, okay, there is a good difference. 3 pounds 6 ounces. What does that mean? It means now I have 8 large bananas here. Let's measure how much they weigh. About 2 pounds. I'm gonna add 2 more and make it 10 large bananas. It's 3 pounds 11 ounces, a bit over. So I would say 9½ bananas. 7¼ inch circular saw is 9½ bananas heavier than 4½ inch DeWalt circular saw. Okay, I take that. That's a pretty good difference. 9½ less bananas to lift when I'm cutting. But that doesn't mean I won't need my Ryobi anymore. I'll still need that time to time. Let's get familiar with the tool very quickly. New tools always intimidates me until I figure it out. Here is a dust port adapter. You can either attach a dust bag or a shop bag to collect the dust. This is a rib fence for rib cuts, meaning cutting wider boards into narrower strips. Hand guiding is more difficult for this type of cuts, so rib fence comes handy. And this side should face the blade side, not the other way around. So there are these 2 holes here. Rib fence goes through, but you have to unscrew the little screw with the wrench provided. I forgot to mention there is a wrench included, lives on the handle of the tool. So you just adjust the rib fence according to your cut need and tighten the screw back. You can change the depth of your blade depending on the size of the lumber you are cutting. It's recommended that 1/2 tooth of the blade projects below the material to be cut, and be aware that you can only cut up to 1½ inches with the saw. You won't be able to cut anything deeper than that. You can also make a beveled cut with the saw. Adjustment handle is in the front. You loosen up the knob first, set the desired angle, and tighten it back. I'll be making a couple of cuts soon, including a bevel cut. But first I have to install the blade. To loosen the blade clamping screw, we need to depress the blade lock button on the other side, this one. Same thing with my Ryobi. I have to press this one to lock the blade. Otherwise it would just keep spinning and I won't be able to unscrew it. Once the lock is engaged, you can just unscrew the screw. There are 2 clamping washers, inner and outer. You don't have to remove both. I did it to show you. Keep the inner washer in and the blade goes in between them. Make sure to install the blade towards the proper direction. Teeth must point the same direction as the direction of rotation arrow on the lower blade guard. Retract the guard, place the blade on saw spindle against the inner clamp washer, and put the other washer on top and just put the screw back in. Of course, you have to depress the blade lock button when you tighten it up with the wrench. And please don't forget to hit the like button for this video. Okay, let's see how it works now. In order to pull the trigger, you need to press the button on top first. That's a locking switch. So without pressing that, the trigger switch will not work. That's a safety measure, which is a good thing. And it's working fine. Let's go outside and cut some wood. 2x4 stud, straight cut. Very nice. It cut really nicely without a resistance. Few things to keep in mind. Always clamp your work. Be sure your saw is up to full speed before blade contacts the material. Never force your saw. It may result in kickback or overheating of motor. Also, as you finish a cut, release the trigger switch and allow blade to stop before lifting the saw from the work. Always be careful and take all the safety measures. Now a 1x board. I already clamped it on my sawhorse. I adjust my blade height. I'm also gonna try this dust bag from my DeWalt miter saw. We'll see how it's gonna work. It cuts very nicely. And also this dust bag seemed like worked, but I tell you, later on it was falling all over. So dust bag is not working. I think it's the best way to go is the shock bag. Here I used the rip fence. If you notice, I installed it the wrong side, but it cut fine anyways. Now for the miter cut, I'm going to cut this piece of molding 45 degrees. I have to adjust my miter to 45, and I always remember to remove my batteries when I'm doing any kind of adjustment to my saw. Number one priority is the safety, of course. I moved my wood. So that's not a good cut. That's why it's a good idea to clamp down your work always. Now I want to check if they are 90 degrees, and look at that, they look pretty good. Yes, it's a versatile, lighter weight, very useful saw. Happy with my purchase, and I hope this video helps you too. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!